What's up guys, welcome to Superwise, I'm John, and we have really interesting news about the Flash movie. Now, all of the big Hollywood trades confirmed that Michael Keaton will return as Batman in the upcoming Flash movie. At DC Fandom, we saw Andy Muschietti, the director of the film, reveal official concept art showing Michael Keaton's Batman and Ezra Miller's Flash teaming up. And even Michael Keaton in previous interviews shared that he is in talks to return as Batman in The Flash. So when looking at all of this information, it seems like a strong possibility that Michael Keaton will return as Batman, right? Well, Michael Keaton himself seems to doubt his return. During an interview with Deadline, I'm going to paraphrase, but basically what he had to say is that he has so much going on right now. He's involved in so many projects right now that he doesn't have time to look at The Flash. He has to wait and see the final draft to be convinced that he will be in The Flash, that he will make time to be in The Flash. And then Keaton just reaffirms that I'm not playing coy, I'm not BSing you. If I was in it, I'd be BSing you, but I'm not. And it seems like, seriously, that he might not be in the movie because he just doesn't have the time. But then again, he's saying, oh, I'm not playing coy, I'm not playing coy. Maybe he is, and he's just trying really hard to make it seem like he's not in the movie. So everyone could be blown away when we see the first Flash trailer and he shows up. I don't know, Tatiana Maslany, I'm not She-Hulk. 5 seconds later, oh yeah, she's She-Hulk. It's just, you really can't take what actors say seriously anymore. You always have to question everything they say. But let's just assume that he's being serious. Let's say he's not in the movie. How would that majorly affect the Flash movie? Is Michael Keaton, was he always just a small cameo? So if he's not in the movie, it wouldn't be a big deal, right? But what if he was actually in a supporting role? Who would they get to replace him? It's just a lot of questions. What happens if he's not in the movie? Because he's clearly an idea. Like the Flash movie, they want Michael Keaton in the movie. What happens if he's not in the movie? So we're just gonna have to wait and see, but I do think Michael Keaton is gonna show up in the Flash, albeit a small role or a big role or a supporting role, who knows, but I do think he's gonna be in the movie somehow. I don't know, it just seems like the Flash movie is sort of counting on Michael Keaton being in it with the concept art and stuff like that, so we'll see. But I really hope Michael Keaton returns because he's not my favorite Batman. That goes to Batfleck, but I really do love his interpretation of Batman. He really sort of kicked off the dark, brooding Batman in addition to Tim Burton. He's really to thank for movies like Batman Begins and The Dark Knight. He started that dark Batman persona. Also, I just wanted to provide a quick update on this whole SNYDERVERSE situation. In my previous video, I talked about how one of the WarnerMedia CEOs, Ann Sarnoff, said today in an interview with Variety that she's glad Zack had his vision in Zack Snyder's Justice League, but they're moving on from Zack Snyder and they're done with the SNYDERVERSE. What I forgot to leave out, which was pretty important to bring up, is that she doesn't have the final say. She doesn't have the right to say that unless she was given permission from the higher-ups. She can't make that call. Jason Kilar is an even higher-up CEO at WarnerMedia, and John Stankey is the higher-up CEO at AT&T. Okay, they're the big boys, and Sarnoff can't even touch them. So if they like the financial numbers of Zack Snyder's Justice League, and they like the fan base and critical reception to the movie, which is positive, everything's positive, let's see about the finances, but if they like all of it, then they get to decide if the SNYDERVERSE continues, not Anne. So a lot of these anti-Snyder people are like, yeah, SNYDERVERSE is finally over. Don't be so sure. Don't be so sure, guys. Even some of the anti-Snyder people are admitting, yeah, Anne doesn't really have the right to say that unless she got permission from the higher-ups. So guys, Snyderverse could very well continue. Let's just hold out hope. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse, guys. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about Michael Keaton possibly returning for The Flash? Do you really think he's going to show up, or do you think that Keaton's serious? And what do you think of the Snyderverse? You know, Ann doesn't get to make that call. That should make us Snyder fans very optimistic about the Snyderverse continuing. I know I'm feeling a little better. Until Jason Kilar or John Stanky say something, you know, don't fully believe Ann. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That will be all for me. And remember my catchphrase, guys. Stay super wise.